Listen to all your feedback, and we're back by popular demand, but this time we're in Punawai, down in Christchurch, down in Canterbury. They've got a new system down there, new stadium. Special show today, Christmas wrap-up, festive season 2019, the award show. So let's start, let's get straight into it. We've got a big show, but first up's going to be Napier. Let's go, see you there.
The Pirtek Female Volunteer of the Year award goes to Brianne Nuku from Omahu Huia Rugby League Club. Brianne kick-started junior rugby league within the club, which hadn't had a junior grade for more than 20 years. Her actions epitomise the Kiwi way, from fundraising, transporting local kids to their games, and paying their playing fees.
All right, so 2019 awards, we're going to kick off, and like we all should do properly, we've got to make sure we respect and we honour our women first. Our first award, Pirtek Female Volunteer of the Year 2019. So my girl over here, Brianne Nuku. We're in Hastings here celebrating the club. I'll give you that first from the Samoan Centre. There you go. 2019, how's it been for you?
Oh, it's been a hard year, having to organise 3 teams all by myself. But just for the passion of the game, I saw that through right to the end. But it was awesome seeing my babies out there and finally having a junior rugby league team again.
Man, they didn't have a junior teams here in junior environment for over 20 years, and you changed that around this year.
Yes, that's correct. So Hawke's Bay Rugby League has just started doing mini mods again in the last 2 years, and so I took it upon myself to finally get my club back in there, because it has been 20 years since we last played in a kids competition in rugby league.
Why do you do it? Why do you do all this stuff for?
I do it because I love the game of league. I was born into the game and I have so much passion for this game, and I want to continue growing that on our children and our future. Yeah,
awesome. And you got the award this year, 2019. Is there anyone you want to thank, or any people that have helped you on the journey, or you want to make sure you show some love to?
Yes, I'd like to thank my grandmother Nene Nuku, who was a founding member of this club and who as well created the Junior Rugby League for our club. And I'd also like to thank my parents and my children, because without them this season wouldn't have been a successful one.
Cool, awesome. All right, well, that's us. Our first award, our Female Volunteer of the Year. We're going to stay here, have a bit of kai, and then we're going on to our next stop. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Pirtek Volunteer of the Year, and we're going to Hamilton. Beautiful day, let's go.
Lord willing in the creek, don't rise, I'ma get it. Bring the ragged like tennis, yeah, I'm with it. Pro pimpin', I'ma do it that. No difference in the suicide mission. If you're trying to ride against them, got the vision for the long run. Handlebars like I'm trying to phone.
The Pirtek Male Volunteer of the Year award goes to Anaru Paul from the Hamilton City Tigers. Anaru has held the manager's role at the Hamilton City Tigers for over 5 years and part of a team who won 2 Waikato Grand Finals. Anaru has also been the men's premier team manager for the last 3 years. He's no stranger to the Waikato region, and he's described as a true gentleman and an extremely humble man who puts everyone involved in the game before himself.
This year's 2019 Volunteer of the Year, Anaru Paul, man, managing teams, painting the lines, doing the sidelines, doing the posts, everything. Here you go, brother. There's your award. And I just want to ask you a couple questions so people can learn more about you. How's 2019 been for you, brother?
Yeah, no, 2019 has been pretty good. Just being out there and doing what I can to help our game. It's been good, whether it be marking the lines or after match functions, just whatever. It's been good.
And it's been awesome, and I hear you guys been doing some good community stuff out there. And, we spoke about as much as we love rugby league, it's not about rugby league, it's about our people and our people in the game. You guys are doing some awesome stuff for your people down here as well.
Yeah, this year, through the likes of Eddie Kipper, the club ran a smear your meal for our women here, and that went off really good. So yeah, next year we're looking at prostate for our men. So it's just trying to do something other than league to help the community.
And that's awesome, and that's what we're about, bro. It's all about the community. I think these guys in the background need a bit of help now. They're doing a pre-season. 2 weeks out from Christmas, and these guys are still training. It's been an awesome year. Is there anyone you want to thank, or any people you want to give a shout out to while we're here?
Yeah, my last thank you, mate, and the biggest one is to my Mrs. Sue. Without her support, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do. So, yeah, thank you, dear.
You know what, we're getting some big wins here in Waikato this year. It's been awesome, looking forward to 2020. More people like this guy around. But you know what, bless up to you and your family, and I look forward to everything you guys are going to do in 2020.
Awesome, mate. Thank you, Lord.
Amen. All right, now we're back on the road to go up the road around the corner. We're off to Huntley for our next award winner.
Tani Whareau's Premier team remain undefeated after they took out the Waikato Men's Premiership for the third year running. The club also impressively sports a team at every age group, including 2 female grades who, due to lack of local competition, travel each weekend to compete in Auckland. Tani Whareau's under-18 girls team reigned supreme, taking out the under-18 Auckland women's competition, which earned them a nomination for Sport Waikato Team of the Year.
All right, man, so next stop, we're here. We're in Huntley, and we're here to present the Grassroots 2019 Community Club of the Year. You know, our game's built on the community. We're all from the community somewhere along the line, and these guys in 2019 really took it to another level. Our winners this year, Tani Whareau Rugby League Club. They call him H. He's the heart and soul here. He's the chairman. He does everything. He cleans up, he vacuums. He does everything down here. H, this is for you guys, man. 2019 has been an awesome year for you guys. How's it been in your eyes?
Kia ora noid, I wouldn't go too far about he does all the cleaning here, because all the whānau will be watching on here and be going, hey, I do all the cleaning. But no, I just want to thank New Zealand Rugby League for the acknowledgement. And I imagine there's a lot more other clubs out there in New Zealand that are doing some awesome mahi in their communities. And I just want to mihi to you all as well, and keep up the awesome mahi that you're doing. But yeah, to be acknowledged and recognised as Grassroots Community Club of the Year by New Zealand Rugby League is very humbling for us, firstly, and it's awesome recognition to all our whānau that are doing awesome mahi in our club.
Man, you're talking about years to come, and this year is also your 75th Jubilee year. You know, you've been around the community and the environment for a long time. This year you guys had a special focus on mana wahine down here. Tell us a bit more about that and how it played out throughout the year. Yeah,
well, there was a couple of awesome highlights that happened for our club this year, and celebrating our 75th Jubilee was definitely one of them. Yep, you're right. We spoke earlier about the main kaupapa of our 75th Jubilee was acknowledging the pillars of our club, you know, the backbone of our club, which is our wahine. For the first time, we sent 2 wahine teams to Auckland to participate in the Auckland Rugby League competition. They were fortunate enough to go on and do an awesome job, and they took out the under-18 girls Auckland Rugby League competition. And yeah, just a big mihi to our girls, and also a big mihi to Auckland Rugby League for allowing our girls to play in that space up there and help them develop.
Awesome that you know what you guys are doing down here. We got one little gift left for you guys. We've seen all the jerseys on the wall up here, but we wanted to bring you. Can you hold that one? There's that's a free for JD. So there's a couple of jerseys here for you guys in the club, like a Ferns one, and for your and Kiwis one from this year. So you know, for you guys from New Zealand Rugby League, thank you for all your efforts, and we look forward to you guys taking it next level in 2020. Kia ora, bye. Congratulations again to everyone down in Tani Whareau. Well, we're heading up the road now. We're going back to my hometown. Next stop, Auckland.
Chris McMillan is awarded Match Official of the Year after he was appointed touch judge for all Kiwis' home test matches for the season and refereed the NZRL National Premiership Final. Chris also continues to provide coaching at a grassroots level and in his spare time.
So now we're here in Auckland. We're back in sunny Auckland, and we're here to present our next award. So the next award, Match Official of the Year for 2019. Someone who's been keeping people in line a whole lot off the field as well as on the field. Chris McMillan, here you go, brother. 2019 for the third year. Here's your awards. Thank you. All right, so Match Official of the Year. Tell us, how's 2019 been for you?
It's been a real exciting year. Been able to experience obviously the international matches, the Premiership, New Zealand Premiership, and local footy here in Auckland. So it's one that I've really enjoyed and been able to spread my toes and really relax this year.
You're speaking about relaxing, but when you get off the field, there's no relaxing because now you're going into your role as a police officer. You've been doing that for 17 years. How do you find that balance, and does it help you being a referee when you're doing this sort of world off the field?
Yeah, well, I think firstly it's really important that I thank New Zealand Police and my supervisor for allowing me plenty of time off work to be able to travel around New Zealand and other places to referee. Like refereeing with rugby league and in the police, you meet some amazing people. So being able to take the skills that I have here at work onto the footy field is always beneficial.
Man, that's awesome, man. While you're at it, I've got to thank my supervisor as well for letting me take time off work too. Thanks, Greg. But outside of your work environment, is there anyone else you want to thank in and around the country or through your journey?
I think firstly it's massively important to thank my family, my wife and my son. Without their ongoing support, they ride the highs and lows that I do, after a game or after a series of games. So to my wife, Stacey, my son, I thank them very much. And also I accept this award on behalf of every single referee and touch judge in New Zealand. Without them, those people that don't get the limelight, they don't get the time on TV and the write-ups and that, without them, this wouldn't be possible for the guys and girls that do get the opportunity. So to every referee in New Zealand, this is for you guys.
You heard that, refs. Don't eat too much. Put in the hard yards and get ready for 2020. It's going to be a big one, and hopefully you will be standing here instead of this guy next year. Thanks, guys. All right, 2 more awards here in Auckland, and first up, 16s Player of the Year.
Tokeroa's Cassius Cowley is awarded Under-16s Player of the Year after a remarkable 2019 season that saw him captain the Vodafone Warriors 16s team, receive MVP of the 17s North Island tournament, as well as MVP at the New Zealand 16s test against Toa Samoa in October.
We got our next award for our New Zealand 16s 2019 Player of the Year. Even though we're in Auckland, he comes from Tokeroa. Went through the Gold Coast for a little bit, but I'm proud to award my man here, Cassius Cowley. Here you go, brother. Big year this year for you, man. How was 2019 and how did you find this year, bro?
This year was pretty fast, felt pretty fast. Pretty lucky to play in some tournaments and come away with some good awards.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man, and we heard some good things about you, bro. So I know you went over to Gold Coast and you came back to Tokeroa, but is there anyone you want to thank, for helping you get to here, where you are?
Oh yeah, my parents. Parents are a huge part of where I've gotten today. Also my coaches, too many to name, don't want to miss anyone out.
All good, man. Tokeroa Sharks as well, eh? And down to Pikiao, down at the bay, mate.
Yeah, down the road, Tokeroa.
Yeah, no, that was me. And so you're here now, you're with the Warriors, moving into next year. What's your plans with the Warriors next year, and what are you hoping 2020 looks like for you?
I'm hoping to get a couple games with the issue ball squad and just keep training with the Warriors.
It's awesome, bro. The sun's shining, bro. You're going to be training. One last thing, bro. It's coming up to Christmas. What do you got planned? And any Christmas messages for all the people out there watching, bro?
Just have a good Christmas break and looking forward to spending some time with some family.
Awesome, man. We're all going to spend some time with family, bro. Hey, congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
Big year, and look forward to watching you next year. And our next award, we're heading to the Rugby League Museum just down the road to present our 18s Player of the Year.
Temple Kalepo is awarded NZ18's Player of the Year for 2019. The Ellerslie Junior made his debut for the Vodafone Warriors Jersey Flag and Canterbury Cup team before taking the field for the Junior Kiwis against the Australian schoolboys. He was also named in the NZ18 squad who took on France and Toa Samoa.
We end up in a little corner of this room, but this is a special room because we're in the museum here. And maybe one day our next award winner is going to be in this museum as well. Our New Zealand Under-18s Player of the Year this year, 2019. The man Temple Kalepo. There you go, brother. Congratulations. 2019, man. How's it been for you, brother?
It's been good. Yeah. A year full of experiences for me. Good playing alongside heaps of different people. Been coached under some good coaches.
Yeah, hey, awesome, man, awesome year. A lot of people think you got some good stuff in you, man. Even there's some dudes that are on these walls in here that helped you with JKs this year, with Jerry and Francis Millie. But it wasn't always there. You started, man, you've been through a few different clubs, man. What's some of those clubs that you've been to, that got you to where you are now?
Yeah, I've been through, as you said, been through a lot of clubs. Started off at Manurewa Marlins when I was little, and then we moved up to Huntly, so then played for Tanifero there, and then when we moved back not long ago, played for Papatoe, and then ended up at Alizé Eagles, and then yeah.
Man, you must have broke the salary cap at all those clubs, bro, man. And now you're the Warriors, eh?
Yeah.
But listen, bro, man, is there anyone, like it's been quite a journey, man, anyone you want to thank along the way? Like you said, some of the coaches or some of your family that you want to send a shout out to?
Definitely my coaches. They've all helped a lot, helped me improve my game. My parents, mum and dad, they've been a big part of my sort of upbringing and where I am today. And just all my family.
Awesome, my man. And speaking of family, man, we're coming into Christmas, festive season. You got any plans over Christmas, and you got any messages for anyone out there going into Christmas and into 2020?
Just spend time with my family over Christmas, yeah. And I just want to say all the best. Good luck over Christmas. Have a good Christmas and train hard.
All right, man. Well, you got a lot of training. You got a lot of hard training coming up for you, man. Congratulations, brother, and we'll see you one day on these walls here in the museum, bro.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to take a break from the awards right now, but none of these guys would be getting any awards if we didn't have the grounds and facilities. So there's a new one that's kicking off down in Christchurch. Let's go check it out.
It's great to finally have a base for Canterbury Rugby League again. We haven't had one since the earthquakes in 2011. So we have a new house for Rugby League. A great new facility. The Canterbury Bulls staff have commented several times about what it means to the players and how they've felt and responded to that. I mean, having a all-weather sand-based turf to train on, broadcast standard lighting. We've got ice bath facilities in there, as well as the indoor warm-up area. I mean, it's just lifted them to a whole nother level. It started back in February when, to open the facility, we had a special match with the Canterbury Bulls versus the Warriors ISP team. Then later on in the year, the French 19-year-old team, they toured and played here. That was followed by Country Rugby League team, and then the Toa Samoa international side. That's been huge. And then we also were fortunate to be able to host the NZRL Championship and Premiership finals. So we had the likes of Otago, Wellington, Canterbury, and Akarana all here. It was great. It also gives us the opportunity to be able to host other national tournaments, as well as maybe Tier 2 international matches. It brings more sport, more of our code down to the people here in Canterbury to watch, as well as more exposure to the game here in this province.
All right, awesome wrap up of the facilities down here in Christchurch, the new base for Rugby League. It's going to be awesome for the game and awesome for the region. But it's time for us to get back into the awards, so let's go and see what's up next.
Andrew Omatangi is awarded the Domestic Coach of the Year after he coached the Canterbury Bulls to their most successful season in recent time, the Linwood Kears to their third premiership title in a row, and also the NZ Residents to their victory against England. Andrew has been the driving force within Canterbury Rugby League and the Southern Zone for a number of years and continues to give back to age grade representative teams and coaches.
As you can see, I've got my hood on, so we're back down here in Christchurch. The wind is blowing, the hair, but not this guy's here. We've got a special guest here, and before I kick off my first question, I said you were coming here for an interview, but I got a little surprise for you. Here's a little gift from New Zealand Rugby League, but you're also appointed the Domestic Coach of the Year award for 2019. Oh, wow. So congratulations, my man. 2019 Coach of the Year, Andrew Omatangi from the Canterbury Bulls. How's that been? How's that make you feel?
It's a huge honour, huge privilege. Very thankful to work with some great players, and great staff. So I kind of accept the award on behalf of, Linwood Rugby League, also Canterbury Rugby League, and thankful to New Zealand Rugby League as well for opportunities to coach, at that national level too. So it's pretty humbling, yeah.
And you must be pretty good. I mean, I haven't been coached under you, but you've won a few of these awards in the past. 2019 has been a massive year for you guys, not just Canterbury and down here in Christchurch, but also yourself personally. Any highlights?
It's probably been a standout year, I think. Winning a fourth title with Linwood, and then Canterbury, us, getting a home final down here. It's been a long time coming, and then to cap it off with New Zealand Residents, it's awesome and just great for the game, for these kind of opportunities to pop up as well.
Anyone you want to thank along the way? I mean, I know you mentioned a couple of clubs here, or is there any people that helped you? I mean, you've been on this coaching journey for a while.
Yeah, definitely my wife Amy and my family. So my wife's, pretty important part of the journey, I think, and kids, and they kind of sacrifice a bit for me to do this, so pretty special acknowledgement for them as well. And just a lot of people, at club level, at Linwood, You know, guys like Damien Horgan, my assistant coach there, you know, close relationship with him, and Dwayne Fife at Canterbury League, you know, he's doing awesome things down here. So too many people to thank, I guess, but yeah, very thankful for everyone that's kind of contributed to the journey. Yeah.
Congratulations, my man. Awesome year. And then 2020, we're going again, bro. All right.
Canterbury's Tevin Arona picked up NZRL Domestic Player of the Year due to his outstanding season with the Bulls, helping guide them to the NZRL Premiership final. He also co-captained the New Zealand residents to a victory over the England Community Lions in November and represented the Cook Islands at international nines and test level.
This guy here had a massive 2019 season, but to cap it all off, I'm not sure if anyone told you yet, bro, but you got the Domestic Player of the Year award for New Zealand. So, how's that feel, man?
Oh, yeah, I mean, good. I don't know. That feels good, man. I mean, I guess, you know, it's a massive honour for me. I never thought I'd get an award like that. That's pretty unexpected, but, you know, things like that don't go without a lot of thanks. You know, especially to my teammates down here in Canterbury. I mean, we had a massive year this year, and you know, it was just one of those groups that they were good to be a part of, and then obviously my family for putting up with me throughout the year and all that, and they're my number one supporters, so can't go past them. And our coaching staff led by Andrew, who's been a big part of my career so far, who's showed a lot of belief in me, so I get a lot of confidence out of that stuff, man. And then probably lastly, my wee boy, my son Tian, I write his name on my wristband every game before I go out there, and I kiss his name every time before I play, and it just reminds me of why I do it, you know what I mean? Like, I want to make him proud, you know, hopefully one day. So yeah, it's a massive honour, bro. I don't know.
But actually, speaking of family, so yeah, actually, I forgot to give you this too, man. But there's some gear there for you, but no doubt it's going to end up with your family anyway.
Yeah, will.
And you know, speaking of the little fella, I'm sure he's proud of you. 2019 was an out of a year for you, man. You also, when you finished all your domestic duties, got an opportunity to play World Nines, and you even ended up in Jacksonville in Florida, man. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, well, Sponge, who's another coach that's been a massive part of my career already, who's the coach of the Cook Islands, he gave me a call, you know, after our domestic games, and he said if I'd like to be a part of the Nine squad first, and you know, that was just, I was buzzing, I was on top of the world, man. And got to play a few games there, and we upset a few teams.
Man,
you know?
You nearly jagged it, man.
Bro, we nearly got through to the finals, but we had a tough pool there. We had all the island teams, we had Tonga, Samoa, and Fiji. So yeah, I think we done well. We done better than what everyone expected us to do. And then at the end of the year, we topped it off with qualifying for the World Cup in 2021. We went over to Jacksonville and first USA in a World Cup qualifier, and we had a great team going over there, and we had a good camp, and it's just a real tight-knit group of boys, and we'll do anything for each other. So man, that was a way to finish my year off, man.
Last question for you, coming into the Christmas season, man. What are you looking forward to next year in 2020, and a final Christmas message for all the people that are watching out there?
So in 2020, I'm just hoping that I can play a high standard of footy, and you know, my goals are, you know, to be the best, whether that's, you know, team-wise or individually. You know, that always motivates me to improve my game, you know, throughout the year. You know, and then hopefully to represent my culture and my country again with the Cook Islands, and then, you know. But this year, also a big thanks to NZRL and yourself for jacking up the things that you guys set up in the fixture we had against.
You played England as well.
Yeah, the Community Lions with the residents. You know, that was massive. So big thanks to you guys too. But yeah, just lastly, a big shout out to Samoa. I know you and Andrew are Samoans, and you know about what's happening over there with the measles outbreak and things like that. I know they're going through some tough times. So a big shout out to Samoa, and you know, I'm sure that's a big effect on such a small island. You know, I know that coming from the Cook Islands, so hopefully all the support they can get, you know, they're going to need it. But yeah, big Merry Christmas to everyone out there, especially in New Zealand as well. I hope you all enjoy your festivities. I know I will, but I need to put on some weight myself. Yeah, so. But yeah, it was good to finish off the year, you know, with just enjoying my footy and getting to be around a lot of guys that I respect.
Man, it's awesome. You had an awesome year, brother. Congratulations. And 2020, man, we're going again.
Going again, right?
Thanks, all right, everyone. Well, we've done it all now. You've seen all the award winners 2019. You heard the stories. We've been around the country. We've hit the road. And that's us now. That's a wrap. 2019 has been a massive year for all of us in the office, as well as everyone out there in the community. And On behalf of New Zealand Rugby League, we want to thank you all for your support. Thank you to everyone who's given their time and their energy and their love to the game and the communities and the people in and around it. We're heading into the festive season now. Look after each other. We've got another big year next year, 2020. So get some rest, stay safe. The Kiwi way is looking after each other. I got a message from our CEO here, Greg. What'd you say? Yep. Make sure everyone looks after each other, the Kiwi way, and show some love for the new year coming up. All right. Best wishes, bless up, and 2020, here we come.